Okay, so in this video I'm going to show you a couple of analyses on how to run the ANOVA. So here we are looking at happiness, and we've got our dose, we've got our control at 15 minutes and 30 minutes. So you go up here to analyze, you go to compare means, and you're going to go to a one-way ANOVA. Your dependent variable is happiness because that's what you're measuring, and our factor is going to be whatever our grouping factor is. So here we've got dose. I'm going to move dose over. So our contrast, for our contrast, because we've got three groups, we're going to select polynomial and we're going to do quadratic. And you have to develop your contrast, and this is again based on your hypothesis statements. So the first contrast we're going to do, we're going to say -2, and we're going to have 1 and 1. So where do these -2s and 1s come from? So I'm going to jump over here. And this is our first contrast. Our first contrast is comparing the control against the 15 and the 30 minutes. Okay, so we're saying control is -2, and we're comparing 1 and 1. We're also going to do this contrast right here. So we've got to have a 0, and we're going to have a +1 and a -1, because the +1 and -1 are then going to compare your 15 and 30 minutes. So I'm going to click next, and 0 because we're excluding the control group. And we've got a -1, and we've got a +1, which is going to be comparing our 15 and our 30 minutes. So we're going to click continue. Post hoc, so Andy recommends our Reg Q, our Tucky, and our Dene. Notice our control group is not the last group. Our control group is actually our first group. And we're going to stick with a two-sided. In the textbook, you'll notice that he's got the control selected, but let's stick with two-sided. And we're going to click continue. And then we've got some options here. And we want to run descriptives. We want to check for homogeneity variance. We want Brown, Forsyth, and the Welsh test. And we're going to click continue. And then we're going to click OK. All right, and so I'm going to come back on the next slides or the next presentation and talk about our output.